Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Pop Talks Eagles. We're here tonight breaking down the confirmed 2022 NFL regular season schedule for the Philadelphia Eagles. We're going to go through all the games. I'm going to tell you if they're going to win or they're going to lose, and we'll just try to see if we can make the predictions correctly at the end of the year. We're going to revisit this video and see how well I did. Last year, I thought they'd be very, very good, just going by the schedule, but we're all going to do that. Fans of every team are going to say, oh, that's a W, that's a W, that's an easy W. Here's the thing. At least 4 to 5 teams that we think are going to be very good this year are going to be bad, and the vice versa, right? 4 or 5 teams that we think are going to be very bad are going to be pretty good. It happens every single year in the NFL season, and that's like the pitfall. I mean, one of these teams that the Eagles play is going to be in that category of being better than we thought. But let's get into it here. I'm going to try to be objective as possible. So week number 1, and by the way, this schedule, guys, I think it was revealed like earlier in the day. I saw a lot of tweets going out that this was it, and I think people pieced together other team schedules and common opponents and all that stuff and figured it out, and this looks pretty spot on from what I saw in many hours ago, but here it is, officially official from the Eagles Twitter account. So week number 1, we learned about this one earlier in the day, 9/11, first week of the season, 1 p.m. on the road against the Detroit Lions. You have to think this is an easy W, a nice little tune-up game to kick off the season. I kind of like these games like we had with the Falcons last year, where you kind of ease into the season with what we hope is going to be a lesser opponent. We have no idea who's going to get hurt during preseason, things like that. Not to jinx us, I'm going to knock on wood there, but I feel like I'm pretty confident in saying that the Eagles are going to get a W here for week number 1 against the Lions. Now, week number 2, at home against the Vikings. I believe this is a Monday Night Football game too, 8:30 p.m. You got to feel confident that they're going to win this game. Home opener. Here's the thing, and I'm going to go to this as we go through the schedule here. This is what our record's been over the last 4 seasons at home, 16, 15, and 1. The link, unfortunately, has not been this big home field advantage over the last couple years, and that's like the number one thing we need to get back to. We need to protect home field, we need to win on home field, and we need to do it often and definitely not be 500 basically at home. So that's something they need to turn around. Now, I'm going to say we're going to win this game. We're going to move to 2-0, but I'm a little nervous on that prediction. I'm not going to lie, man, because, the Kirk Cousins, say what you want, but he's always had some sneaky good games against us. I will say, one thing looking at it here in the, how many games has it been here? Gave me a little summary. In 9 games, 6 interceptions. So he does turn the ball over a lot to us, but 427 yards, a couple 300-yard, quite a few 300-plus yard passing games. I can't see the wins and losses here, but it always seems like he is a bit successful against us. Defense, secondary, a big question mark coming into the season. So we'll see. I still think we get the W, but I'm not 100% confident on that one for those reasons. On to week number 3, Washington Commanders. Carson Wentz scares me. Laugh at me. I don't care. I feel like he's going to have one of those revenge games against us on the road. Washington, they could be a decent team this year. I know the jokes and the LOLs for Wentz, and he deserves them. He's been pretty bad, and he's got the potential, though, to have a couple good games per year, and I would not be surprised if one of them is against us here. So like I said, I'm gonna try my hardest not to be biased here. I think the Eagles lose on the road to the Commanders to go to 2-1. But we got Jacksonville the following week. This is a game I'm targeting to go to. I really want to go to this game. Just quick word of advice here. Don't buy your tickets tonight, guys. Any tickets that are out there on Ticketmaster or StubHub, they're all resale tickets, and they're all going to be overpriced, especially on a night like tonight. Wait until the single season or regular season single game tickets go on sale. I will definitely put out a video on this channel when that date is announced, and also the day of, because that's typically when I buy my tickets, and you get them at face value. So you're talking if you're not sitting in the really good seats, you're talking $90 to $100 a ticket, whereas right now with resale values, you're probably paying close to $200, and I could be wrong, I haven't actually checked, but usually close to $200, plus Ticketmaster and all their fees. So just quick insert of advice there. So week 4, Jags, Dougie P coming back home. This is a game I want to go to. I think it's going to be a great atmosphere. Dougie P should get lots and lots of claps and cheers, but Eagles win this game easily. So we move to 3-1. And then we go to Arizona. Now, the good thing about this game against Arizona, DeAndre Hopkins out for the first 6 games. He's not going to be in this one, obviously. But I feel like we struggle. We struggle in Arizona, and I think this is going to be a tough one, and I think we lose here. So we're going to start off the season 3-2, not feeling great about everything, but I think the schedule after this point feels pretty beneficial. I think that we can turn it around here, and 3-2 isn't terrible out of the gates, but everybody's going to be expecting big things with the A.J. Brown trade and, the defense looking a little bit better, aside from the secondary. So let's move on to week number 6, coming into to this game with a 3-2 record, Sunday Night Football against the Cowboys at home. We can't lose this game. We can, but we just can't. And I'm just giving us a W right off the rip here. 4-2. We defeat the Cowboys at home. We have to show up. We got mollywopped in the first matchup against the Cowboys last year. I'm pretty sure it was in Dallas, but it was an embarrassing loss, and it was right around kind of early season. I don't want to see that happen again, and it was on Sunday Night Football, national TV. It was bad, but we win this game. We moved to 4-2, and then we got the bye week. I wish it was maybe 2 weeks later, but I'll give you kind of a silver lining to this. We get the bye week. If you factor in the preseason, there's 3 preseason games this year. This does kind of fall in the middle if you factor in the preseason. And then we move on and we stay at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers. No Ben Roethlisberger, even though he's been trash over the last couple years. I feel good about this W. I think we get this one after the bye week, nice and rested. Steelers don't have to travel far. From what I remember, last time they came to Philadelphia, we killed them, and they barely scored any points. I don't think they scored at all. Big Ben was under siege like the entire game. Again, that was in Philadelphia the last time. But after 8 weeks of football, actually 7 because of the bye week, I believe we are right now sitting at a record of 5-2. And then we have a Thursday night football game. Rare opponent here for a Thursday night. The Houston Texans. I don't see any way we lose this game, even though it is on the road. And then remember I said, kind of an early bye week, week 7, but this is a Thursday night game, so we get like an abbreviated bye going into a tough stretch of schedule after that. So we get a little bit of extra rest. It's kind of like a mini bye, and we got the Commanders at home November 14th. We need revenge because we lost to them in week 3, and I was not happy about it, but I told you guys it was going to happen, and we get the W. So that 3-2 record that we started with, well, we just peeled off 4 W's in a row, and now we are 7-2, going to Indy against Matt Ryan and the newly looked Indianapolis Colts. I say newly because Matt Ryan's there, and it's not Wentz or somebody else. This is a winnable game, but I'm just going to say Indy on the road, Matt Ryan, he can always have a good game or two, and I think he will. I think he's going to be in a good system. Frank Wright's going to treat him right there, and I think he's going to be somewhat successful in Indy. So I think, unfortunately, the 4-game winning streak comes to an end here, and we take the L, unfortunately, and now move over to 7-3 after 10 games. If we're at 7-3, going into the Packers game at home, I'm absolutely cool with this. And this is going to be a tough one, but at least we are at home against Aaron Rodgers. No more Devontae Adams. They have a very good defense, though, and they drafted well. Got some good defensive linemen there, pass rushers. So this is going to be a tough one, but I think we get the win here, and this is when the world knows that, hey, the Eagles might be pretty good this year. They beat the Packers, Aaron Rodgers, Sunday Night Football game at home, and we snapped that 1-game losing streak, and we are now, if I'm correct here, I believe 8-3 after 12 weeks with the bye. Moving on to week 13, another tough opponent. Titans, A.J. Brown revenge game, but at least we're at home again to get the Packers and the Titans back-to-back tough opponents, both at home. I think that's going to be beneficial there, and I think we get this one as well. So 9-3 now, moving on to week number 14, and we get the New York Football Giants. Basically have to play them twice in a 5-week span. The first one's on the road, but we pretty much own the Giants. I know they had a good draft, but at the end of the day, Danny Dimes is still their quarterback, and I think we get this one. I feel confident about this one. I believe that would put us now at 10-3, moving on to week number 15, where we got to go on the road again. And this is a bit of a tough stretch. Not the greatest of opponents here with the Giants, Bears, and Cowboys. I mean, the Cowboys are going to be pretty good there. But 3 in a row on the road towards the end of the season when playoff, spots and, seeding is all on the line. These are going to be some very, very crucial games. I don't really see the Bears being very good this year. and at this point in the year, they could be in tank mode, so I think we get this win. I feel good about this one as well, and I believe that now puts us at 11-3 going into Christmas Eve. We got to go to Dallas. I don't know how good Dallas is going to be this year. They lost a lot of players. I think we lose this one, unfortunately. It would be a great Christmas present for us to get the W on Christmas Eve at Dallas. But I just don't know how good they will be at this point. Obviously, I'm predicting that we will be pretty solid. But at the end of the day, I'm going to chalk this one up to an L, and it would be, our 4th loss of the year. I got 1 loss against the Commanders, against the Cardinals, against the Colts, and against the Cowboys. All 4 on the road, though. And remember I said, we have not been very good at home over the last 4 seasons. So something in my prediction is going to be wrong there, unfortunately. And then we have the Saints and the Giants. 2 games at home to close out the season. I think they're both very winnable games. Saints lost a lot. They don't have Sean Payton anymore. I don't know who's quarterbacking them. If it's Taysom Hill, I think Jameis Winston is still there, correct? So I feel like we win that game, and then the Giants game, who knows if it even matters. If it pans out the way that I said everything's going to pan out, we could already have, like the division locked up again, depending on how well the Cowboys are. So I believe that leads me with a total record here of 13-4, but that's very, I've said I was going to be biased, and I think that's very generous. If the Eagles go 13-4, I will be an extremely happy person. And at the end of the day, I just don't think it's going to pan out that way. But I did my best. You guys let me know down below in the comment section. I would be happy with 11 to 12 wins. If we can get to 13, even 11, I would be pretty happy with that. But that's going to be my final number here. I know I just predicted them game by game, but I think somewhere around 11, 12 wins, I feel pretty good in looking at the schedule. But remember that 4-team theory. 4 good teams are going to be bad, 4 bad teams are going to be good. How many of them will be on our schedule? That's the big question, and it will be the teams that we thought were going to be good be bad. That's what I would prefer. But you guys down below in the comment section, let me know what you got. Let me know every game, who's winning, which ones we're winning, which ones we're losing. And don't forget to subscribe for more Eagles talk on this channel. Appreciate everybody tuning into the video. Thank you so much. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.